From me to you, sports talk. What you expect? It ain't about who said it first. It's about who got it right.
I want to welcome everybody back to another great episode of the From Me to You Sports Talk. We got a full house in here tonight. Man, G, I'm glad you told me to watch that new documentary, that KD. I don't know if the listeners out there listening have actually got a chance to actually watch that, but I think it's definitely worth it. I actually wound up getting sucked into it. So I watched that documentary, which was like 35 minutes long, and it was very good, very informative. It talked about how KD made the change to Golden State, and it goes over the whole playoff process. So it talked about his emotions when he had to sit out and didn't get a chance to play against the Trailblazers. Then it went on to talk about the Jazz, and then it went on about the Spurs, and then it went on about Golden State. One thing I realized about KD is that's probably the first time Kevin Durant has ever made a decision to better himself and not really worry about other people. That was the biggest thing I took from that documentary right there. Kevin Durant gave his all to Oklahoma City, and he really wanted to give people an inside look, like, look, this is me. I dedicated 9 years of my career to this place. This is probably one of the most unselfish players probably in the history of basketball. So what did I do? I said, you know what? I can't just stop at that documentary. That documentary was really good, but it was only 35 minutes longer. So I typed in KD documentaries, and he got like a boatload of them. So I clicked on one. And this one was talking about how when he was in OKC and just going through things with Brandon, how KD chose Nike over Under Armour, of course, because he had already built that relationship up. But one of the biggest knots, well, not a knot, but one of the biggest things I want to get through to people is, I think, especially in Kevin Durant's case, you know, his failures in life, his environment, the way he grew up, and I wouldn't even call that a failure, but I think that's what shaped him into the person he is now. Not really growing up with a father, growing up with his mother, you know, growing up in a hard environment. This has made him really appreciate everything that actually comes his way now. And like I said, the decision he made to go to Golden State was purely his own decision. That probably was the first time he really did something that he wanted to do and didn't really care about the naysayers. Just from watching his documentaries and just from seeing things about Kevin Durant, this guy's somebody who would play anywhere. We see he had a commercial a couple years ago where the lights came on and he was just playing basketball. And I remember there was debates about that, like, oh, this looks like a guy who would just like go out there and play at any time of night, any day. Well, what some people don't know is Kevin Durant, and it actually highlighted this point in his documentary. He's actually done a lot of stuff for kids in Oklahoma City. In Oakland, he actually did a lot of things for kids there. He actually had a couple courts built and everything like that. This is a guy in Kevin Durant who will go out and go play in Rucker, who will go play anywhere. So I think his love for basketball, I'm not going to say it's unmatched, but it's probably a very few people who can really, you know, channel that and stay focused on basketball. One of the good things about the documentary I seen is when I know y'all remember this. Remember when Paul George hurt his leg? He actually broke his leg in the whole summer league thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
KD was like, you know what? That kind of scared him away. He was like, man, I've been training every day. I've been running my camp. I've been playing basketball so much. I've been back and forth. I haven't had no me time, and it was kind of shocking to see. He was kind of nervous about talking. Well, I'm not going to say he was nervous to talk to Coach K. He just didn't want to let them down. He didn't want to let Coach K down. So this kind of gives you an insight on what type of player Kevin Durant is. KD was like, man, I got to call Coach K. And once he called him, he was like, Coach, I really want to play with the team, but I just haven't had a break. I need some time to myself and everything. So that just go to show he didn't even want to let him down. So this is a guy that I think has really even opened up my eyes even more. I was already a big fan of Kevin Durant, and I don't knock what he did. I think, like I've said plenty of times, Kevin Durant finally did what was right for Kevin Durant. We can't bash a guy for wanting to win.
So, I've only seen part of the documentary, just a little bit of it. I've read
Okay.
some articles on it, some responses. So, my take on it, not having seen everything, but getting the gist of what he's doing. Like one of the quotes I saw, he said in it, I feel like I've been getting bullied all year. And yeah, he has been getting bullied because I don't think anybody's going to dispute what you're saying. Everybody thinks Kevin Durant is a great guy. They know he does great things off the court, and he's a likable person. He's not hateable or anything like that. Everybody's genuinely liked him. They've given him his respect. But what it comes down to is people want to see that the old school days of the NBA, and I think we kind of talked about this in the past, where people want to see before free agency really got to be the big thing, where you had stars jumping teams and all that. People really want to see one guy had that storybook ending where he comes into a franchise, transforms it, and gets to the pinnacle and wins a title, and rides off into the sunset or whatever you want to call it. So the thing is, I think people's ridiculing him is specifically focused to the on the court decision to leave. That's really it. Like, nobody's disputing that he wants to win. Nobody's disputing he's a great player. Mm-hmm. And you know what? He did show a lot of leadership on this Golden State team. Like, there were times they wouldn't have won the finals, like, in my opinion, if he wasn't on the ball club.
I think that's everybody's opinion.
I think
that's exactly all. I think that's all our opinion. We know that. Right? That's a fact. That ain't even an opinion, but
yeah. And then I saw another thing he said is that he was mocking the whole thing. People saying he took the easy way out, and he said basically, that crap pisses me off because I ain't never had no easy route. I think he partially took that criticism personal.
I think so too.
But you see what I'm saying? I think he has to separate that though. That's specifically a basketball thing. People saying, hey, you made a decision. These guys beat you. You decided to join them. If you just look at it, drunk guy in a bar, face value, that's what it looks like. I mean, he can explain it away however he wants, but that's what it looks like. And I'm not disputing. Hey, I would have made the same move too, man. I would have made the same move. Went there, get me a championship, do my thing or whatever. And to be honest with you, Oklahoma City, just, hey, it might have needed a change of scenery. But people, he's taking it personal and it's business. They're criticizing him for business. Nobody, actually, it's funny because I don't remember anybody at OKC really giving him as much flack as LeBron got. Like LeBron, they were burning jerseys, I
don't know. You might want to watch again, Marcus. You might want to watch. Some people was mad. Some fans are really upset about it.
They were, but I didn't feel like it was to the same level.
There's a reason for that. It's a reason for that, but when you get done, I'm elaborating.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah, no. So that's what the point I was going to end on. I just didn't feel like he got it as bad. Like LeBron, like it was almost like I felt like hate. I mean, come on, you had the owner come out and write a letter and say, man, nah, this King James, we gonna, like it was like LeBron. If I was LeBron, I'd have been scared to go back to Cleveland during that point in time, but but go ahead, G, because I'm really interested to hear your perspective on that part.
Like far as them both leaving, and I'm gonna put myself in this. I am guilty of one of them guys that you said for as like hate the fact that LeBron did leave Cleveland. I will admit to that. I think because LeBron was the best player in the game, we never saw that done. Clyde Drexler was never the best player. That's like saying Magic, Bird, Isaiah, Jordan, Julius Erving, Jerry West. It was a more of a cultural shock to the inner city because we the people that came down hard on, especially Midwest, Ohio. I don't know how it was in Florida, but here, he split it. I mean, he literally split it, the state of Ohio. And it's like, it's people he would never, even the ring he got in Cleveland, they don't even care. It's the fact that you were the best player. You was winning 60-something games. We just ain't never saw him. Plus, with the pub you came in with, the chosen one. Kevin Durant, what was his nickname? Was he a chosen something? No.
Nah.
And I do agree Kevin Durant did take less flack, even though he said, he heard things about him being a cupcake and taking an easy route. I do agree. LeBron have took the hardest, and to this day, and I know y'all see it day in and day out, he still ain't got his just due, for as the forgiveness from the fan. Because, like, people say, well, I think Marcus said something about Durant talking about how he took it personal.
Yeah.
These guys do take it personal because they used to be in love. But now when the hate come, you got to have a circle around you to basically keep you calm. Because remember when LeBron first year, he said, I don't like to play mad. I don't play good mad. And everybody was blaming why he choked against Dallas and all that. Then once he said, you know what, I'm going to go back to having fun. He talked to Pat Riley. He talked to Eric Spoelstra. He talked to Dwayne Wade and his guys. Man, have fun again. You don't have nothing to prove because you with a team. You ain't got to take on this by yourself. You win as a team. And once he did that, you saw him go 4-1 against the Thunder. MVP. You saw him beat San Antonio. MVP. But that dude bring that out of you because you used to being loved and cheered in every arena. Like you said, when he went to Cleveland, even from the kid running on the court, what was the security? I mean, what if he had a knife, a razor, or anything? And us as fans, I think we really, and I'm guilty of it too because I'm so passionate about sports. I wear my emotions on my sleeves. And yeah, I said things that that I shouldn't have said, but as I think about it, these guys doing what's best for them. Like Tay said, these guys doing what's best for them. And us being fans, we're selfish because we cheer you. We buy your jersey. We spend money. We spending $150 on tickets. And now when you leave, who we gonna watch? Tristan Thompson? Who like say I'm closer to Indianapolis. Paul George gone. I gotta go watch Olin Debo. I gotta go watch Darren Collison. Oh, Miles Turner got potential. Wow. Oh, yeah, Lance Stevenson. You're back again. So I got to get a Lance Stevenson jersey. And it stings. Look at Jazz. Look at Utah. Gordon gone. His jersey got lit on fire. Who they going to watch? Oh, Rodney Hood going to step in. Oh, yeah, Ricky Rubio. Gobert. Yeah, I mean, but it's really tough. It's really tough. And like when them guys make them decisions, I just think that the people around them got to say, now, you know what's coming with this. Every arena, Twitter, Facebook, Greg, Tay, Mark is going to speak on you. I mean, you sure you ready for this? Because LeBron did it. You saw the flack he got. Are you mentally prepared more than physically? Is you mentally prepared for these games on the road when you go to San Antonio, Cleveland, when you go back to OKC? His mother even was talking about, if I know you saw that when she said some of the harsh things she heard in the crowd.
Yeah, she said that. She talked about that on the documentary.
Yeah, and it's tough. While hearing people who loved your child calling him a B-word, a MF, a cupcake, I mean, man, that's tough. And like Marcus said, Kevin Durant, he ain't piggyback on nothing. He led that. And tell you, I told you from the jump, what I say, if they ain't had KD, I would have switched that 3-1 around and Cleveland.
Yeah, because I was going at G about that. I was like, G, I don't know. I think I want to switch my pick, man, because they don't win a game. And I don't put all my trust in Steph. I just can't do it. I've seen it. I've seen it. He's not the guy I thought he was, and my bad. Maybe I gave him too much credit. But back to KD, KD was like, it's hard to block out people when you're playing at times. And let's go back to Marcus' point. Talk about him taking it personally. Yeah, that hurt because some people actually care about what people think about him. And KD, that's why the name of the documentary, I think, is still KD, because he's like, I'm still the same person. Although I changed sceneries, that doesn't change how I play the game and how I feel. Like, this guy, workout regimen, it's just like crazy. It's like he stays playing. And he like, I give my all to this game. And for y'all to really say that I'm a cupcake, look, another quote from an old documentary. KD said this. He said his He was talking about OKC. He said, well, OKC, we always liked our core, but our chemistry, finish the blank, y'all.
Was what bad, horrible?
Could be better. But our chemistry could. That was stuff that as fans, me, Marcus, and Greg, we seen that already. We knew that. We knew that. And he even said, Russell Westbrook's like my brother. Those guys worked out together in the offseason. KD gives a lot of praise to Westbrook. He said, I'll never be as explosive as Westbrook. We built a lot of stuff over these 6 years. But he knew he was smart. I'm going to take myself out of this situation. I'm going to go to a team, which we all know. They pass the ball a lot. KD's so gifted. He could play in an ISO system. But KD, playing in an ISO system with Westbrook, I don't think that's going to get me a ring.
That's two ISO players. Who's willing to sacrifice between them two? They not sacrificing nothing. Yep. And one of the things I wanted to point out that people don't speak on, when KD was in Oklahoma, he did not have no what I want to say,
veteran presence, maybe.
He had Perkins there. I'm talking about responsibility as a captain. You know what I'm saying? To really play sides. Because you look at how Draymond was getting on him the first month, and he said it because I follow him on YouTube. We got a channel. He said very frustrating. He said because I'm in a situation where I have to follow them, and this is the way they play. When I was in Oklahoma, I was told to get buckets. Defense had, but we was the outscorer. Now I got to outscore and get back on defense and play weak side, block time, and get rebounds and look for the open guy. That's what he said that first month was really he said, then Draymond is basically the defensive coordinator on the floor. He will call you out. Like he say, Steph, me, Clay, Draymond passing his defense. He say, y'all's the scores. If I score more, it's more of a bonus for our team. We need stops. And he said, KD said he had to match this guy, which he said, I don't match him because he guard 5 positions. He said, but he said, my length should alter shots, have guys second guess. Ain't that what we saw this season from KD, the second half?
Dude was beating stuff.
Yep. Well, see, one of the other things that, this kind of comes down to is KD, LeBron, any other player in the situation, they have to just realize one thing. These guys love being loved by the fans. They love being the hero. They love the adoration they get from the people in that hometown because those peoples have pinned those hopes to them, especially this place like OKC that's never won a title. Cleveland had never won a title. Those people had just hooked their hopes to those guys like they were Superman. And then when Superman says, look, man, I'm packing up my bags and I ain't protecting this city no more. I'm going somewhere else. And matter of fact, I'm going to come and be dropping bombs on you. They feel betrayed. And what these guys have to just come to grips with is you're not going to be loved by a subset of people, by a large subset of people, and you're going to be hated by some. You'll become the villain. So be confident in your decision, but just realize that cape that you had on is now not going to be as, illustrious as it was. And if you're comfortable with that decision, that's fine. And I think that's where these guys struggle with it. They're loved. And going from being loved to being the villain to being hated, they take it personal.
Yeah.
Right about that. And we talking about that because now this actually, all right, I'm going to start right here. If KD and them would have lost, we know right now, still on SportsCenter, man, he will be getting so much flack. But I like how Nike had that commercial waiting for everybody. Nike, as soon as they won, and I'm pretty sure y'all seen it, Nike had all the naysayers at the little debate. Oh, KD can't do this. KD went in there and not only did he win the championship, but he won MVP. He said I'm not letting y'all come back on me. And it was just too much. Just like how DeRozan felt about LeBron, they felt that about KD. Dude, it's only 2 of us that can. We only got 2 bodies. We only got 2 bodies.
LeBron said the game 1. They said what was
Difference,
What
right?
was
Did he
the
say something about difference? He was like KD,
he
right?
said,
He said something along those lines, like Kevin
Kevin
Durant.
Durant. I
Same
mean, a 7-foot guard, really, really.
with every
Come on.
shot in his arsenal. Every shot in his arsenal to try to almost perfect the Dirk fadeaway. He already
Yeah,
tall, but you can't even block that now too. And his handle was like is like nobody with 7 feet, nobody that's 7 feet tall can dribble the ball like him and create his own shot. Can get it on the post, can back you down and create enough space. Can create
got a
enough
mid
space. So
shot. Shoot 85% from the free. Man, come on, man. That's why I call him the boogeyman because he's scary. He literally like, and if he on, oh my God, goodness, you at his mercy. I mean, what? You put somebody bigger on it, he gonna go past. You put somebody shorter on it, he shoot right over. You don't want to foul him. It's about automatic. And he playing defense too, y'all. Oh, come on. Come on.
what I really do appreciate about this whole process is that you know what, them boys brought it and the boys won. And the thing is, KD said, "You ain't gotta give me the max. You ain't gotta max me out. Just give me some. And how about use that other money to bring back Iguodala? Use that other money to bring back Livingston and stuff like that." So this was a real good inside look of just like how personal, how like personable this guy is, and how like caring he is of his teammate. And a lot of people's like, well, he doesn't have this, I guess, what would you call it, type A personality, where it's like, why didn't he tell why didn't he tell Russell Westbrook this? But we got to understand, everybody got different personalities. So maybe that's not KD. Maybe he isn't the confrontational type. He like, well, forget it. I'll just show you with my actions, and then go out and win, and show y'all what y'all did have. So if anybody missed out on this, it was definitely OKC. And I was already a big fan of KD, but this made me a fan even more. So if y'all haven't seen it, go watch the documentary. It's on YouTube. It's called Still KD. From me to you, signing out.